Hey channel subscribers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to all you who are here for the first time. In this video, we're going to check out the current conditions on the roads with webcams and take a look at the ski areas and how much snow they have on their snow sticks, plus all the panoramic beautiful pictures that they have to offer. And at the very end, I'm going to give you a forecast that goes right through Monday with more snow coming up into the mountains. You can see a blanket of white up there, and even though the Treasure Valley doesn't have snow, the roads are gnarly back up across the region. Before we get to that, as always, please smash that subscribe button, smash that like button if you haven't subscribed, and if you watch the video all the way to the end, that helps this channel go up with the algorithm on YouTube. Now, let's get right to this great content. I think you're going to really love it. All right, let's go and check out some of these webcams across Idaho, and we can see that across many areas in the state, we are looking at some pretty, I guess, gnarly road conditions. Let me start you off up here around the webcams, and we're looking at Weiser, and you can see the road conditions in Weiser not looking all that bad at this point. The roadways look good there, but as we go up to Midvale Hill, a blanket of white from last night. There's still some patchy areas of some snow and some slush on the roadways, so watch out of traveling 95 up to the north around Midvale Hill on US 95. Up around Fort Hall, as you would expect, a little bit more snow. The road's slick here. Lots of snow blanketing the foothills there and the sides of the hills. It looks a blanket of white both directions. Roads really kind of marginal to low travel conditions here along 95 going up to Fort Hall Hill. That elevation's around 3,400 feet. And as we go up to Goose Creek Summit, back up around 55, you can see the roads here are passable, of course, with trucks and four-wheel drives, but the roads still have a lot of snow on them. They are plowing, and that should improve a little bit as we go throughout the day in both directions on 55 if you're traveling up through this area in Idaho. And let's go back up here to Smoky Boulder on US 95. If you're traveling up here, this is where it gets real hairy. The road's covered with snow in both directions, and you can see both lanes really blanketed with a little bit of snow here around that bend, so be cautious on the roadways up here, and it's still snowing in this area as well. So a lot of snow still coming down in some areas of the mountains, and that will continue, as you will see, coming up later on in the show through Monday afternoon. Little Donner, I passed through here so many times. The roadways, as you can see, a little granular, a little gruddy and gritty right now, but they're plowing, they're doing their job and due diligence. And of course, 55 pretty much closed down from Smith's Ferry on up. So keep that in mind as you are traveling on the roadways. Smith's Ferry, you can see it looks pretty good. There's some black pavement there. They do such a good job. Idaho Department of Transportation up here. I love that picture. Oh, every time I go up, it just takes my breath away as we go up there and check out Smith's Ferry. Love it so much. All right, coming down closer to Boise, this is around Horseshoe Bend, and the road up through here, they did get some good snows, but the pavement showing, the road looks to be in good condition across the Horseshoe Bend, coming across the elevation there at 4,200 feet, and you can see a nice view there with the sun coming up in the background, and the pavement showing, so no problems here heading to Horseshoe Bend. Let's go and check out some other areas. Last night, this was real gnarly when the snow was really coming down. This is just the beginning of 21. As you can see, a different story this morning. The roadways showing some black pavement. But again, watch out if you're traveling on that shoulder area that will get a little gritty and gruddy. So watch out for that. You could be slip sliding away. Other parts of the state showing some pretty good snow conditions as well. This is way up there by that Smiley Creek Airport. This is along 75 now. A blanket of white, low visibilities, and still snowing here. And then coming down to Kinsey Butte, this again along 75. That road and looking pretty good there. It looks like some slush in the middle and along the edges, but definitely passable along 75, US 75, going up around Sun Valley, Richfield. Over by US 20, this is the Pine Turnoff, and even here it's looking pretty good. As you can see, a lot of the snow has tapered off but the edges, again, looking a little gritty and grutty. Ooh, I love that picture. Look at the clouds and the fog settling on down off in the background. That is spectacular. Hey, if you want spectacular, wait till you see some of these pictures we're going to have on the ski resorts coming up. Their time-lapse photography for the resorts. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. Hey, speaking of the resorts, just a big winter back up in the Northwest. Yesterday, Brundage got over 10 inches. Last night, they got up over 10 inches of snow. As the snow stick is just light and fluffy, it looks wonderful up around the Brundage area. And take a look at some of the other cameras they have there on their website. This is the top bird cam. That's a live picture there. You can see bouncing around with the wind, but overall, it's looking pretty good. I like that. I like it. More snow. We want more snow. And then down here at the marina, nice blanket of snow. No ice on the pond yet. I guess it's a lake, right? But nothing there, and the snow's starting to pile up. Of course, this will pile up in a big way as we go throughout this winter, probably just over the next couple of weeks, as you'll see in the snow forecast coming up. Let's go check out Tamarack. They, too, had a full snow stick all last night. Their live picture right now showing about maybe 4 to 6 inches. They do have the wind kind of shearing off some of that snow stick there, and the temperature in the 20s and still snowing lightly at Tamarack at mid-mountain, around 6,600 feet. Boy, that's going to be spectacular. Check out some of these pictures, though, up here with that sunrise coming up over Tamarack. Look at that. That is just spectacular. Looking over Lake Cascade and the clouds, the low clouds kind of down below. Wow, fantastic. A couple of more pictures here off this webcam on Tamarack. You can see that beautiful view. Oh, I could just stare. You feel the serenity here. You feel it watching and looking at some of these pictures up there at Tamarack. More coming up, too. We've got your Bogus report coming up. We've got Sun Valley coming up. And then, of course, the forecast totals coming up for more snow through Monday. Look at Bogus. They got dumped. Yep, up near 10 inches of snow here as well on the snow stick at Bogus, and this does not include what they had yesterday. So a tremendous good snowfall and more on the way. I love this picture up here. This picture, just as I expand it here, shows that beautiful view at the top of Deer Point. We don't see a lot of snow there yet, enough to open up, but it is coming. Here's a time lapse. You can see the storm as it moved on in, going through the overnight hours with the fog and the snow, and the picture up there now. So pretty nice time-lapse photography there. And Sun Valley has a good one, too, coming up. You're going to like that one, I think, too. So let's go and check out that time-lapse coming up as well. One more time with this time-lapse. Just spectacular. Look at that fog rolling in and low visibilities. I've skied up there in those conditions. They're not fun, but always good skiing at Bogus and Brundage and Tamarack. And here's a look at some of the skiers up there. Of course, they're making snow at Bogus, so now you can get up there and get some runs in here, even when the snow is not heavy, but it is becoming heavy over the next couple of weeks, as I told you a month ago. Hopefully you believe me. And this is a nice shot of the webcam looking over, that's Deer Point there. And you can see, as we do the time lapse, the sunrise, I think this is from yesterday, and then, of course, the snow moving in, and then nighttime, of course, kicking in, the fog, and then it just makes for a spectacular picture today with a new blanket of snow up at Bogus Basin. And a lot of folks up there enjoying that today. All right, let's take a look at the Sun Valley webcams and their snow stake cam. Look at that, snow in there, and looks like they're coming up on another half foot of snow and more coming on the way. You can see the River Run live cam. Folks up there, they too making snow. Folks up there enjoying taking and carving some turns at Sun Valley, so it looks really nice. I love those snowy conditions. We're going to see a lot of that mountain fill in with snow over the next couple of days, so that's pretty good up at Sun Valley. And you can see as we go through their webcams, they've got a large assortment of the webcams on their webpage. Go and check it out. You can see their outdoor rink too, and of course it's just a beautiful resort up there. Very famous resort too. And there's the outdoor rink. Beautiful. Just gorgeous up there. I haven't skated up there. Maybe that's something I could do on the bucket list. I did some cross-country skiing last year. Maybe this year we'll go over to the ice skating rinks over at Sun Valley. I know there's one up at McCall as well. You know what they have? They have some really good time-lapse as well. So there's a couple of time-lapse cameras here on the Sun Valley website. Let's check out those. You can see the blanket of snow moving on through and gradually the snow covering the ground in the distance. So there's, of course, some skiers there on the runs enjoying and carving some turns on the man-made snow. But that's a real nice time-lapse of Sun Valley. And they've got a couple of them here. I went through and checked out a couple of them. Let's expand it now. Let's go see it bigger. This is even better. Got that snow shower come on through. Of course, they've got the nice gondola, too, coming up there. Beautiful area. Here is the snow forecast totals going from Sunday through Sunday night into Monday morning. You can see there's a tremendous amount of activity coming here with this forecast map that will continue moving on through. And as we go in for a closer look here, now you can see across the region lots of pinks there in the middle of the mountains. From McCall to Sun Valley, that's 24 inches of snow, another 2 feet coming. And then that green and yellow kind of moves on down across Bogus Basin, reds and oranges popping up. That's between 6 and 18 inches of snow of new powder. Of course, you can see a lot up by Baker City, Coeur d'Alene, even back in the Owahis. That wonderful snowpack forecast coming true. You can check out that forecast, what a forecast coming up, even for Southern California. Looking good for this upcoming winter season.